Right. Hello, guys. This is Mustafa. Today, I will introduce you the Python data science course on in Momentum Learning. So we will mention about a lot of things. I hope you can see my screen. I just share my screen. Okay. Let me introduce myself. I am teaching for more than 20 years, and I am graduated for the Bachelor Computer Science, Master Computer Science, and the PhD for the Computer Science as well. And my dissertation was about RNA signal alignment, and then it was part of the project in the North Carolina State University. Okay, we will have QA session at the end of the presentation about it. Okay, and first let's start with the curriculum for this semester, okay? We decided to break it down, the whole curriculum. That way the student can enjoy following multiple paths. Like after the fundamentals, you can decide to go, you can decide to follow data science or web application development. And if you decide to follow both of them, that's going to be also possible. Let me explain with the one example. We have two-section introduction to Python course, and here is the part for the foundations, okay? And after that course, you can decide to go with all right. After that part, you can decide to choose the Python 201, which it is about the introduction to data science, and then the second part of the introduction to data science. After finish that part, you can continue with learning. You can sharpen your skills on data science, and for as a last stage, we offer advanced part, which it is mostly related with the machine learning. Okay, for here, you are gonna learn, your kid will learn, okay, the students will learn the very basics of the machine learning, how they can use the classification, clustering, that kind of stuff. For the spring semester, we offer responsive web design, and that's about the fundamentals of the web development, okay? All right, so after you took the responsive web design, again, that's the fundamentals of the web development, mostly related about the HTML and CSS, which the part you have to learn part. And right after that course, you are gonna be able to take the courses. Which ones? Web application development. So it's like the first part is gonna be about the appearance, and the second part about gonna be the functions of the web development. And also, it is possible to follow web scraping path as well. So after you learn very basics of the Python in the introduction to Python course, you are going to be able to follow web scraping part as well. So what is web scraping? And let me summarize for you. And think about it. You have a data you need to retrieve on the website, like a weathercast, okay? And you need to retrieve those data daily, like for 100 states. So it's going to take a really long time. Instead of retrieving, copying and paste those data, it is possible to use the machine or the Python or your coding skills and retrieving at the same time that one city's data. So basically, it's about retrieving data on the internet. It's really hot topic these days. It's the part of the data science as well. But we decided to make it separate. That way, they can have as an extra skill. Okay, and you can see which courses offered for which semester. Okay, so for the fall and spring, we are gonna have the top part, and for the summer, we are gonna have the bottom part. Okay, and let's see. Okay, and then this is for the for the introduction to Python, and this is for the fall, and the grades is gonna be for 5 to 8, and the intermediate Python or data science is gonna be for the grades 6 to 9. In fact, again, let's remember real quick, you need to take first introduction to Python course. You need fundamentals. After the fundamentals, you can go further. So that's why we have 2 separate courses. You can access any information using that link below, and that's presentation will be shared on the Momentum Learning website. Okay, or if you ask for, we can send you as an email, no problem. Okay, and let's see. Okay, and what are we gonna learn for the very basics of the Python? And the introduction to Python will be will on the special framework. It is called Turtle. In fact, that's a really nice tool to teach kids how the computer works. Basically, they are moving a turtle and then they are making shapes, etc. And they are doing with really primitive and the basic commands, but definitely they learn very basics of the programming. Okay. Well, what are they gonna learn? Okay. And they are gonna move the turtle with the commands, and like move forward 10 steps and then turn right, and then they are going to be able to give those commands. And after those ones, they are going to learn the loops and the other structures as well. Okay, and they are going to be able to use like a booleans, the branches, okay, for the conditional statements and the functions. That means how they can make it short, so they will learn. In fact, that's the part I value the most, the computational thinking. So my goal is teach the kids how we can solve the problem using the machine, using the computer, or in any systematic, right? So like a reasoning. Okay. All right, and the most important part, again, the problem-solving tactics, it is called algorithm, and they are gonna have very basics of the algorithm here, and then they will learn how they can draw the grids and the fractals, etc. They are math-related topics a little bit. And for the second section of the Python 101, what we have, let's see. So here, for the first time, I'm going to introduce them the environment, Python environment, a development environment, and then they will learn the arithmetic operations, how they can perform those operations. Of course, they will learn the precedence, right? The priority of the operators, etc. And again, we have this time loops, but not like the turtle loops. This time it's gonna be one more level advanced. So it's like building a wall, right? They are gonna put bricks one by one, and at the end of the course, they are gonna have really nice wall. Okay, and that's also another part, designing a program. So they will learn how can they design, how can they design a system, not only the program, right? How they can solve that problem. They need to know. That's the most important part. It doesn't matter they are gonna be they are gonna study computer science or any related or unrelated department, it doesn't matter. They need to learn that skill. Okay, so we are gonna teach them that skill and how they can use them. Okay, and then they will continue to learning like a list, other structures, and right after then they will learn. You're gonna learn on hands-on parts comes after the theoretical part. And for the hands-on parts, we are going to implement tic-tac-toe game, and we are going to design that game all together, and the kids will enjoy how they can implement a game from scratch. And let's see. All right, so for the data science part, and this is for the, remember, this is for the next year. Okay, that means for the grades 6 to 9. Okay, so first the environment will be introduced. So which environment they need, that's the very beginning of the the course. Okay, all right, so all right. And then after introduction to Jupyter notebooks, and then they will learn, okay, you are going to learn how you can import and export data, right? So first, we need to be comfortable about the data. We need to understand how we can import and export, right? So we need to use the data in our environment. So how we can retrieve data from outside to our environment. And then another part, NumPy is really powerful tool that will be introduced, and you are going to learn how you can use NumPy and what is the array and why do we need arrays, right? And what we can do with those arrays, right? So we have a tool like in real life. You have a voice script. Okay, you know what is the voice script, but sometimes you have dozens of usages for the voice scripts, and it's exactly the same for the structures in any coding, okay, any programming language. And after NumPy, you are gonna be you are gonna be expert for the data analytics environment and the very basics of the data analytics. And for the second section of the data science or data analytics, let's say, I will introduce the pandas, which it is about, again, data management. It's a really powerful and one of the required tools for the data science and data analytics, and one of the most used tools. And of course, that part is valued the most, data cleaning. For any data related job, any data related work, most of the time, maybe 80% of the job will be about data cleaning, because if you don't have really well structured data, it's not going to be able to work on that data. In fact, my goal is explain the students how you can manage the all stages, how you can handle the problem from beginning to end, how you can solve, how you can propose the alternative ways, how you can approach the problem, and how you can choose the proper tools. That's also one of the most important part. In fact, in real life, like a mechanics, right? It's exactly the same. So you have a lot of tools, and you have a problem on the car engine, for instance, and you need to know which tool is the proper one, which tool is better than others, and it fits for that problem. That's also another crucial part for the coding, for the data science, for our real life. Okay, and as a as a second part, how you can handle with duplicates. Those are the very, very basics of the data analytics. And you will learn why you need to do those tasks, right? Those are simple tasks, but it's really important to learn how those tasks works as well. Okay. And as a last part for the data science second section, you are going to learn how you can use common file types like CSV, TXT, how you can read, how you can write, how you can manage those ones, because one way or another you're going to need to use those exchange files. Okay.
Okay.
Let's see. All right. Okay. Let's see. We talked about a lot about the Python and then what is Python, and I'm pretty sure you have a question why we picked up Python. Okay, it's a modern and extremely popular programming language, and it has a really huge reputation these days, and there are really good reason for that. I believe the most important reason is a learning curve, especially for the young learners and like a first timers. It's really nice. Okay, is the class free? Okay. I'm not sure, James, we have a that kind of introduction class or not. You can ask at the end of the QA, and I will try to answer the questions, especially about the class. And if I'm an instructor, so if you have a question I cannot answer, definitely I can give you a reference, no problem. Okay. And what you can do with using Python, you can design and implement your web applications and the console programs. That means it's like a black screen, and with the white text, it is called console. Okay. And the data analyst tools you can use, and you can have data analytics. You can write your own scripts. You can use for the web scraping and the game development, mobile application development, you name it. Okay. All right. Okay. And let's see, right? That's the most important part. Why Python? Okay, that's from the website. Okay, and then and this is the chart. Okay. All right. Okay, so this is the chart from the from the website, and then it's a TIOBE. It's a software quality company. It's a trusted website and a trusted company for the software quality measurement, and they measure the quality of the software and the popularity of the software each year, and then they publish each year. Okay. And then, of course, we have the others. It ends with the 2018, but it continues. That's not the really old one. This is the new one. Okay. And the red one represents the Python, and you can see the trend, because again, it's really fast to learn. You are not gonna have a lot of troubles. It's really close to English language. It's like a talking. That's why it's a wonderful idea to start with the Python. That way you are going to eliminate all the overhead of all the troubles of the other programming languages. That's why it's really popular these days. And the others represents for the other programming languages. Okay, let's see. All right, what will you learn? So, at the end of the course, that makes super important at the end of the course, right? And then first you will learn how computer works, how the machine works, the machine way, okay? And the computational thinking, again, I would like to emphasize, I will not teach you only the coding, okay? Not only codes. Okay, if you use that one, it's you're gonna see that result. No, not like that. We are gonna discuss, okay, how we can, what is the problem? Did you understand the problem? Yes, I understood the problem. That's the problem. And what is your solution? How we can solve the solution? How we can solve the problem? And which tool is the best fit for that solution? So we will proceed like that, okay? And then you are going to enter the whole new world of the coding. You are going to learn coding, and I believe you are going to love it. And the another one, again, related with the computational thinking, solving problems with the machine way. So let me give you an example. Back in days, we had a broom, right? And then, but the machine version is not like a moving broom itself. The machine way is a vacuum cleaner, right? So it's sucking everything, and then it's repeating the same process. So that's the machine way, basically. All right. Okay. All right. And also you are going to learn the fundamentals of the data science as well. Not only, don't think that part about the coding. You need to know the fundamentals of the data science, the basics you need to know. Okay. And the web applications as well, how the things work, how you can develop, how you can design a website, and then how you can make it work, how you can control, right? How you can retrieve data, how you can display data. And let's see what else we have. All right. And what are the skills, right? What are the skills? And those are the possible skills. And we picked up the most important part and the most related with your school life, let's say, okay, with schoolwork, school homeworks. So of course, the must-have skill, the coding skills, not memorizing the commands, okay? That's not the coding. And we are talking about, again, problem solving, web application development, and mobile application development. That's one of the skills. And then the game development, it is possible using Python, data analytics, web scraping, I mentioned about it, and the text mining. Another thing, you can use the data text mining using Python. There are a lot of tools available out there. And then also network programming, robot programming, it's really popular, and it's compatible with a lot of technologies like a Raspberry Pi. Okay, those are the Python related skills. All right. So what can be the sample projects? Okay, what can be the sample projects? And like a number guessing game, and the personal calculator, and you can develop your own calculator on your way. It's another thing. And tic-tac-toe, of course, we are gonna implement during our courses, classes. Okay, the battleship, this is a good one. And for the data analysis part and or the data analytics part, like you can analyze the tips on any restaurant, and or it is possible to analyze the data for the stock market, and it's possible for the weathercast, and then the population, or any real estate related data, you name it. If you have a data, I believe, especially here in the United States, we have a variety of data, and then managing that data and extracting important information from data is really important. Okay, and for the web application development part, and then I'm planning like my pet store web application, and we are gonna develop that website from scratch. Of course, you don't have to follow those ones. You can have, I mean, you can develop your own application as well. It is possible. All right, so let's see. Okay, so that one again, we talked about the weathercast, but don't think that one is like a weathercast. Okay, it is possible to retrieve the items prices. Okay, and like all the products on the Amazon, the PAMs, like a cell phones, you can retrieve their prices and then their all features. You can retrieve that way as well. It is also possible. You don't have to retrieve only the weathercast data from the website. And that one is about the machine learning, predicting a used car value. So how the things work? Okay, and then you are gonna learn here again the basics, how the things work. We are gonna use a developed system. We are not, of course, we are not gonna develop from scratch. I mean, it's not possible for that level, and then for in that really tight schedule. But there are a lot of tools ready to use. You are gonna learn how to utilize all those tools, how you can use the most efficient way. We will train the system. We are going to teach the system how you can predict a used car value. All right, we are gonna teach the system with using our sample data. Okay, and that's the way how we can value the car. And once the system see a sample never exposed, okay, for the first time you're gonna enter the system, and the system can predict the used car value. Really nice. Okay, and that's the prediction, and that's used for almost everything. For instance, when you check any product on the web, or if you are checking a product on eBay, Amazon, it doesn't matter, any platform, any e-commerce platform, and then they say, okay, you check that product, and maybe you will be interested in, right? Maybe you are really into like a kayaking, right? And then they show you, okay, would you like to consider buy that one? Okay, they are using machine learning as well, right? So they are predicting your future needs because they are related. They are checking relation between them. Okay, and then what can we do using Python, and then which ones we are gonna use? Okay, and definitely we are gonna use and the pure Python to sharpen our coding skills and to learn how to code. That part is important. And then for the web development part, we are gonna use Flask, okay? And then it depends on the situation. We may switch to Django as well. Those are, you don't have to know all those things right now. Don't worry about it. Right now, they sense you guys, right? You feel like they are super strange things, but don't worry about it. Everything is gonna break down in time. I'm not teaching for the first time in my life. I teach for the boot camps. I teach in university. I teach in high school, middle school, and the elementary school. I know how the things work, how it processes. At the beginning, of course, it's like another language, and it's like some things from out of space, but eventually it's gonna break down. It's all the things, they are gonna be really familiar. Okay, and then we will use NumPy For the data analytics, we are going to use pandas, and you are going to hear a lot. And I'm pretty sure you're going to be able to read all those IT related abbreviations and all the terms. They are going to be super familiar for you as well. Okay, and then so far, that's it from my side. I hope I could make it clear, and you can shoot your questions. I just opened the chat. I can take the questions. If you have a question, you can shoot your question. I will do my best. Okay. All right. So we have no. All right. You can use your microphone as well. Okay, I'm checking. Yeah, looks good. All right. I can share my experiences from the bootcamp. I teach like 3 terms. Okay, will there be class material distributed? Okay, that's a really nice question. I will follow online resources, and all the materials I'm going to publish on the website. So you are going to be able to access from the website. And for the environment, you don't have to buy anything. You don't have to buy nothing, okay? And there are a lot of free resources on the internet, and then I will pick up the best ones and the most used ones. And let me show you one of them, okay? So you don't have to worry about it, and we don't have to as well, okay? And for the development environment, so I will use the web-based ones. That way, we will eliminate all the frustration of the installing the software. It will work or not. We are going to eliminate all those things, and then the kids, the students, they are going to be able to access their file everywhere in the world. So it makes sense, right? Okay, so all right. Okay. So that, like that. And yes, so this is the one of the environments we are gonna use. That's a pretty straightforward process. So you don't have to worry about it, the resources, okay? And then all the resources gonna be prepared by me directly, okay? And all right. Can you recommend something YouTube video, for example, to get students to become interested in learning Python and coding? All right, so I can check, and I have a lot of resources. I already checked the YouTube videos and other stuff, but I need to check the proper ones for the 5th graders. Okay, that's on my list. I can send the whole list for the teacher, and I can communicate with him, and I can provide one. All right, that's on my list. Thank you for asking. So my goal is enjoying and learning, because will there be homeworks each week? In fact, instead of homeworks, I'm planning like a hands-on project, okay? Not a certain homeworks, because if I name it as a homework, it's not going to be really nice. They're going to be projects, okay? So of course they need to practice. Practice makes perfect. And then I have a bootcamp experience. I taught in bootcamp for three terms or 4 terms. I don't recall. It doesn't matter. And there were people with zero background on on coding. They were like a 40 years old moms, and then the elder guys, and then like a 25 years old young people from a lot of different backgrounds. The guy is from the geography with the zero coding knowledge, and then we started from scratch, and then they studied, they worked hard, and then they landed in a job. So personally, I experienced all those process, how a people can progress, right? I believe the kids in those age, and I experienced those ages progress as well. They will progress faster and then better. And again, I don't want to name those things as a homeworks. They are going to be projects. So they are going to enjoy, okay? I hope it was clear. Again, without practicing, it's not possible. They need to practice. We are going to practice a lot. We are going to practice together, and they are going to practice themselves as well. Okay, you can shoot your questions. Sure, no problem. Sure, Joshua. Sure, no problem. What kind of jobs can you land if you are good at Python and coding? Okay, and a really nice question. Thank you for asking again. If you are really good on, okay, it depends on which part you are interested in. For instance, if you are really into data science, there are tons of data analytics job. There are tons of data science job. And if you are really into web development, there are tons of backend developer position on Python. And if you are really into mining or machine learning, there are a lot of machine learning job related with the Python. So the possibilities are more than the other programming languages, since it's the dominance on the data science, especially, it's pretty common. So that's why I highly recommend the people start with the Python. And I'm working in the university as a professor, so we are doing exactly the same way. We are starting with the Python, and then at the end of the college, they are having a certain skills, and then they decide to call like a software concentration. And if they graduate from that, they can be like a web developer, they can be software engineers. There are tons of job openings for that. Let me show you on Indeed. I'm pretty sure you can do your own search, like data analyst. Okay, this is one of the okay, this is for the Sugarland. Yes, you can see tons of jobs, you can find it. And we have a lot of job descriptions for Python, but again, that's why we decided to prepare paths. That's why we have like a data science path. That's why we have a web development path. So our goal is the specialize on certain topic. So that's the most important part. Okay. Okay, thank you for listening. And I am looking forward to meet you guys and to start the learning together, all together, and you know, having fun all together, and then preparing all those projects and involving in the coding world and all those exciting, really exciting, and it makes us excited things. Okay, thank you for joining, and hope see you soon, guys.